The handgun market is usually entirely predictable. You expect the same polymer nines to dominate year after year. But recently, the industry has been completely hijacked by sudden market shocks. We aren't talking about standard Glocks or SIGs today. We are breaking down 5 specific handguns that experienced explosive surges in demand, driven by production pauses, major awards, and extreme viral scarcity. Shockingly, our number 1 pick is a budget .22 caliber pistol that humiliated the industry titans by rocketing 27 spots to become the best-selling semi-auto in the country overnight. Let's look at the data and see what everyone is buying right now. Kicking off our list at number 5 is a pistol that shouldn't have been a surprise, but completely caught the industry off guard. The Ruger RXM. The modern firearms market is already absolutely flooded with Glock 19 clones. So when Ruger announced the Model 19400 RXM, a 9mm carry gun featuring a standard 15+1 capacity, a 4-inch barrel, and weighing in at 23.2 ounces, some people initially shrugged, but then the actual engineering details dropped, and the RXM skyrocketed to number 21 on Gunbroker's top-selling guns of 2025 list. So, what caused the frenzy? The RXM's surprise success is entirely strategic. This isn't just another clone. It is a massive, highly anticipated collaboration between Ruger and Magpul. At the heart of the RXM is a removable, serialized fire control insert. This level of modularity means the internal metal chassis is legally the firearm, allowing you to completely swap out the polymer grip frames to fit your exact preferences. In fact, major retailers like Brownells are already selling aftermarket Magpul grip modules specifically for it, proving the ecosystem is expanding rapidly. Furthermore, Ruger made the brilliant strategic move of designing the RXM with Gen 3 compatibility for parts, holsters, and accessories. Right out of the box, the slide is optics ready for direct mounting, and it even ships with highly reliable Magpul PMag 15 GL9 magazines. It offers all of this innovation for a highly competitive suggested retail price of just $539. On the street, Gunbroker listings have been seen hovering between $410 and $500, making it an incredible value proposition. But getting your hands on one is the real challenge. Ruger officially flagged the RXM with a limited availability status. This official supply constraint queue created an immediate buying frenzy. Consumers saw a value-packed, highly modular alternative from a legacy brand and bought them up faster than Ruger could fill the retail channels. There is one major catch, however. Ruger's official spec sheet clearly indicates that this model is not available in California or Massachusetts due to compliance constraints, leaving a huge chunk of the market locked out of the hype. The RXM proves that modularity and extreme value can still shock the market. But what happens when a manufacturer suddenly announces they are stopping production of one of the most famous handguns in cinematic history? You get an absolute collector panic. That brings us to number 4. Coming in at number 4 is a masterclass in how scarcity drives human behavior. The Walther PPK/S. Unlike the other handguns on this list, where the surprise was driven by new technology or disruptive modularity, the PPK/S surged purely on nostalgia and a sudden, extreme scarcity narrative. Walther released an official statement announcing a multi-year production pause for the entire PPK, PPK/S, and PP lines. They explained this pause was part of a re-engineering and modernization program, but the real catalyst was their next sentence. Walther confirmed that all remaining inventory was fully sold into the market, actively encouraging enthusiasts to secure these remaining units before they disappear from shelves. That kind of official last-chance messaging is like pouring gasoline on the collector market. So it triggered an absolute buying panic. The Walther PPK/S skyrocketed up the charts, landing at number 17 on the Gunbroker top-selling guns of 2025 list. This placement implies a massive amount of sustained transactional momentum for a legacy firearm. Looking at the specifications, a representative stainless .380A CP model gives you a classic 7-round capacity, a double-action/single-action trigger, and an official MSRP of $969. However, because of the production pause, the secondary market pricing is highly volatile. Snapshots from Gunbroker show common variants selling anywhere from $699 to $1,049. If you are looking for highly collectible or engraved editions, the prices are significantly higher, which is completely consistent with a collector-influenced market. The buyer profile for the PPK/S right now is heavily dominated by collectors and heritage buyers reacting to that production pause. Let's be honest, relative to modern micro-compacts, this gun lacks contemporary features, like high capacity or optics-ready slides. But tactical utility isn't the point here. The biggest pro is the iconic design and the limited remaining supply, which helps preserve its value in the collector segment. It is a piece of cinematic history, and people are scrambling to own it before the factory doors close for years. We've seen how modularity and collector panic can shock the market, but the top 3 guns on this list take the hype to a completely different level. We are about to look at an exotic micro-compact that vanished from display cases, a heavy roller-delayed PDW that crashed the pistol category, and a viral accessory that pushed a budget .22 to the absolute #1 spot. Let's get into the top 3. Coming in at number 3 is a firearm that proves arriving completely late to the market. Doesn't matter if you have the most rabid, dedicated fanbase in the entire industry. The Heckler & Koch CC9. For years, the concealed carry market has been absolutely dominated by high-capacity micro-compact 9mm pistols. It seemed like every major manufacturer rushed to release their own tiny, optics-ready pistol to capture the massive civilian market. Every manufacturer except HK Heckler & Koch is a notoriously conservative, engineering-driven company. Their famous slogan is, "No compromise," and they live by it. They do not rush for trends. They take their time, over-engineer everything, and release a product only when it meets their legendary and often very expensive standards. So, when HK finally announced the CC9, their first true modern micro-compact 9mm, the market didn't just react, it exploded. The CC9 was designed to be the ultimate concealed carry weapon for the discerning shooter who refuses to carry anything less than German-engineered perfection. But it wasn't just the specifications that drove the CC9 to the number 3 spot on our list. It was the absolute frenzy of brand loyalty and extreme retail scarcity. The moment the CC9 began shipping to distributors, it became a ghost. It instantly transformed into an exotic rarity, with empty spots sitting under the glass display counters of local gun stores nationwide. HK enthusiasts, a group known for their willingness to pay a premium for brand prestige, bought them up in massive waves. The dealerships reported having wait lists dozens of people deep before they even received their first physical shipment. Looking at the secondary market data, the hype was undeniable. On platforms like Gunbroker, early CC9 models were heavily bid up by consumers desperate to skip the wait lists. The frenzy even spilled over into the accessory market. Finding spare magazines for the CC9 became a highly competitive sport, with major retailers showing constant out-of-stock notices for basic parts. People weren't just buying a new concealed carry gun, they were paying a premium for the status symbol of carrying an HK. The CC9 proves that brand prestige can create a massive demand shock, completely bypassing standard market logic. But what happens when a demand shock isn't driven by a tiny micro-compact, but rather a massive 30-round, roller-delayed weapon that somehow managed to crash the handgun category? That brings us to our highly disruptive number 2 pick. Coming in at number 2 is an absolute monster of a firearm that technically shouldn't even be compared to standard concealed carry guns, yet it completely crashed the handgun market: the Springfield Armory Kuna. To understand why the Kuna is such a massive surprise, you have to look at how it blends legal definitions with extreme physical capabilities. Legally, because it lacks a stock and has a short barrel, the Kuna is classified as a handgun. But practically speaking, this is a highly advanced 9mm personal defense weapon, or PDW. While the rest of the industry was arguing over which micro-compact could hold 12 rounds instead of 11, Springfield Armory dropped a brace-ready platform that feeds from massive 30-round magazines. But capacity isn't what made the Kuna explode in popularity and win a major industry award. The true catalyst was its internal operating system. The Kuna utilizes a roller-delayed blowback mechanism. For decades, if you wanted the incredibly soft, flat-shooting recoil impulse of a roller-delayed 9mm, you had to spend a fortune on legacy European submachine gun clones. It was a rich man's game. Springfield Armory took that highly desirable, legendary operating system, modernized it, wrapped it in a highly ergonomic package, and brought it to the commercial market at a price tier that completely undercut the exotic competition. The market reaction was immediate and aggressive. Consumers who had set aside money for a standard, high-end 1911 or a customized Glock suddenly pivoted and bought the Kuna instead. The value proposition of getting a 30-round, optics-ready, to suppressor-ready PDW with roller-delayed magic was simply too good to pass up. Firearms forums erupted with buzz, and major retailers like Brownells saw significant traffic as buyers scrambled to get their hands on a platform that offers features rarely seen in the traditional handgun category. It completely disrupted the sales charts because it offered an unparalleled shooting experience. Shooting a heavy, roller-delayed 9mm feels like shooting a loud laser pointer. The recoil is almost non-existent, making it incredibly fast and accurate for home defense or range use. The Springfield Kuna shocked the industry by using overwhelming firepower and advanced mechanics to steal the spotlight. It seems impossible that anything could beat a 30-round roller-delayed PDW in sheer market hype. But what if I told you the #1 most in-demand, rapidly accelerating handgun in the country right now isn't a 9mm at all? What if I told you it's a budget, plastic, .22 caliber rimfire pistol? Let's reveal the ultimate market upset at #1. And finally, coming in at the #1 spot is a market upset so massive, it literally rewrote the sales charts and humiliated the industry titans. The most in-demand, rapidly accelerating handgun on the market right now isn't a high-end 1911, a modular SIG, or a tactical Glock. It is a budget-friendly polymer-framed rimfire, the Taurus TX-22. To understand how a basic .22 long rifle pistol bypassed every major duty gun to steal the crown, we have to look at the exact data. In September of 2025, the TX-22 achieved something practically unprecedented. It jumped a staggering 27 spots on Gunbroker's new semi-auto pistol category, rocketing from number 28 directly to the absolute #1 best-selling position. But why? Taurus has been making the TX-22 for years, and while it's always been respected as a highly reliable, high-capacity rimfire trainer, it was never a cultural phenomenon. The catalyst for this explosive surge was the introduction of a highly specific, viral aftermarket accessory. The aftermarket cracked the code on adapting rapid-fire, forced reset-style trigger systems to the TX-22 platform. Once videos of these accessories hit social media, showing shooters dumping full 16-round magazines of incredibly cheap .22 caliber ammunition in the blink of an eye with virtually zero recoil, the internet lost its collective mind. It created the absolute perfect storm of viral marketing and consumer FOMO, the fear of missing out. Suddenly, the TX-22 transformed from a simple plinking pistol into the ultimate host platform for the most entertaining range toy money could buy. With a street price often hovering well below $300, the barrier to entry was practically non-existent. Consumers who usually only buy serious tactical firearms for self-defense were buying TX-22s purely for the fun factor. Furthermore, because it shoots .22 long rifle, people could actually afford to feed the rapid-fire accessory. conducting full mag dumps for pennies on the dollar compared to 9mm or 5.56 NATO. This massive surge was also heavily driven by a ticking clock. The firearm community is hyper-aware that the legal landscape surrounding rapid-fire triggers and forced reset mechanisms is constantly shifting and under intense scrutiny. Buyers rushed to acquire both the TX22 host gun and the viral accessories before any potential regulatory changes could close the window of opportunity. The Taurus TX22 proves that in today's highly connected market, ultimate popularity doesn't always go to the most tactical or the most expensive firearm. Sometimes it goes to the gun that offers the most viral, unfiltered fun. And that is exactly why it is the undisputed, surprising king of the 2026 market. So, there you have it. The handgun market has officially lost its mind over the last 12 months, proving that sudden scarcity, extreme modularity, and viral accessories can completely dictate what the entire country buys. But now, I want to hear from you. Did you fall victim to the hype and pick up any of these 5 handguns over the last year? Or are you currently sitting on a massive wait list, trying to get that Heckler & Koch CC9? Let me know your experience down in the comments below. If you want more data-backed, no BS firearm deep dives that completely cut through the marketing fluff, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe out there.